Particularly right now, this year, coming out of COVID, we're really struggling. Our donations are down across the board from the USDA, from the retail store donors, from the food manufacturers, all of those things. Back in 2016, we opened our own food pantry, and we realized we really had a need for more produce. The type of produce we received at the time was kind of days old from the grocery stores. We were getting more and more demand for produce. And so in 2017, we actually put a line item into our budget to start purchasing produce and not just rely on donations.
We're in Fountain County, just east of Attica, about 5 miles, and we've been growing green beans now since 2013. We started off as we could only pick 25 pounds an hour by hand. I got tired of picking them by hand. The wife got tired of it, and we knew that there was a market for them. If we could find something to make it easier, we could make this a larger scale. So we found this green bean picker is in Louisiana, and we bought it and had it brought up, and we've been doing this ever since.
How are you?
Hi, good.
Hi, I'm here. I've heard so much about you.
Yeah.
Yes, from Jack. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I don't think I can tell you how much our neighbors love getting the fresh vegetables and knowing that it's super fresh and coming from a local farm.
So I made a phone call, just said, hey, this is where I'm at. We grow green beans. Would you guys be interested in something like that? And Jack came out and made a visit, came to an agreement, and he tells me how many pounds he would like each year, weather dependent. Some years I can get it, some years I can't.
So we'll say 450 on an average, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we got another 5 on top of that. That was 10. So I'd say we got about 5,000 pounds of green beans from him this week, which is a good amount of green beans. We started a relationship with Adam Beck back in the spring of 2016. So we've been able to get these green beans here now for the last 6 years, which has been wonderful for us. It's tough to find good, healthy produce, one, that's affordable, and two, the amounts that we need it in.
I think it's very important that there are avenues for people to get local food, and if we can supply that for people, I'm all for that. I know there's a lot of less fortunate people out there. Anything I can do to help people out, I'm great for.
How long does it take these to grow once you plant them?
So this is actually the 3rd crop of green beans this year. So we planted about April 20th. It took a while for them to come up.
Oh,
we
wow.
harvested around July 4th. We turned around, harvested again, and then here we are.
Well, the folks we serve on the mobile pantry and at the fresh market and our agency partners, I mean, fresh produce is such a need and such a want.
Yeah.
And they just love it. People really do want to eat healthy, and they really do want produce and fresh. They want to take care of their families.
So we're gonna bag some green beans. The bags are sealed on one end and open on the other.
We know that food insecurity usually is only one piece in the whole overall spectrum of poverty that they're dealing with. Our motto is solving hunger today, ending hunger tomorrow. And what we want to do is to be able to build that trust, to let them know that we can help them now. You know, we can kind of answer these immediate needs. And then as we start working with them, working on that other end of the spectrum, which is the wraparound services, those long-term initiatives. And believe it or not, a lot of times people are in this situation for the first time, and they just don't know where to go, and they don't know that all these things exist. And so our resource coordinators literally sit down with them one-on-one and help connect the dots. In fiscal year 2022, we distributed 13.8 million pounds of food, and that's across our 16 county service area. Of that number, 3.5 million was produce. We're looking for truckloads of produce at a time to kind of keep up with the demand that we have for all of our programs. 2% comes from local farmers and individuals, but we want to see that number grow.
For the farmers, all they would need is a small plot for us, because we know the growing season is a short period of time anyway. So if they had a small area, they could do all kinds of stuff. They could grow peppers, they could do tomatoes, they could do corn, they could do lettuce and items like that for us. And again, their whole farm doesn't need to be doing that. They could dedicate just a small space to that. You figure Beck's Farm is not only taking care of the local community here, his little farm of these green beans, they've been able to spread out amongst their 16 counties.
The relationship with local farmers and kind of finding that right balance with one another, where if they can grow an extra acre or two for us and we can pay something to help offset those costs, it's a beautiful partnership. I'd just like to thank Adam and other like-minded individuals that are looking for ways to make a difference. We're so appreciative of people like that are willing to make that sacrifice and look for ways to help.
We're just making our whole area stronger locally, and we're helping out those farmers, and it gives us a partnership that I would hope make them feel good, and it makes our clients feel really good.